If being with her costs you your peace every day, even if you can't explain it, that's a sign. Welcome back to the Narc Free Man podcast. I'm your host, Phillip Dugas, and today we are picking up right where we left off with part 2 of how to spot a female narcissist. Because here's the truth. In part 1, we exposed the obvious signs, the mask, the gaslighting, the emotional confusion. But the most dangerous red flags are the ones so subtle, so invisible that you won't even realize what hit you until you are questioning your worth, your memory, and your sanity. So today, we are going deeper. Let's get into it. Here's the first sign. She creates chaos, then blames you for it. Now, this is one of her signature moves. She stirs the pot, creates the conflict, says something cruel, starts the argument, and then somehow flips the script so you are the one apologizing. It's like emotional sleight of hand. One guy sent me a message and said that she would bring up something from 6 months ago, accuse me of lying about it, and when I tried to explain, she'd say I was gaslighting her. I'd end up begging for her forgiveness over something I didn't even do. That's not a healthy, disagreement. That's manipulative blame shifting. Female narcissists can start drama out of thin air just to feel in control. And when you try to bring peace, she punishes you for not responding the right way. Here's the second thing to look out for. She weaponizes vulnerability. Now, this one's sneaky. In the beginning, she told you about her childhood trauma, her abusive ex, her trust issues, her fear of abandonment, and you, being a good man, wanted to protect her, be her safe place, prove you weren't like the others. But over time, you realize those stories weren't shared to connect, they were shared to control. Now she uses them to justify everything. Her mood swings, like, I told you I have PTSD. Her jealousy, I just don't want to be hurt again. Her rage, you triggered my trauma. You stop holding her accountable because you don't want to re-traumatize her. But here's the harsh truth. Vulnerability used to manipulate is not vulnerability. It's a weapon. And if you have become more focused on her healing than your own sanity, you are being emotionally hijacked. Another sign to look out for on how to spot a female narcissist is she uses love as leverage. You have probably heard this before. If you really loved me, you'd fill in the blank. Or I thought you cared about us. Or you are abandoning me just like everyone else. This is emotional blackmail. Real love doesn't require sacrifice of your boundaries, truth, or identity. But a narcissistic woman will make you feel like love is something you constantly have to prove, and the price is always you. Another man sent me a message and told me, she said if I didn't stop talking to my sister, who never liked her, that I was choosing my family over her. So I cut my sister off, and I regret it every day. That's not a healthy relationship. That's isolation disguised as loyalty. The fourth thing to look for when spotting a female narcissist is her compliments are booby-trapped. Here's one you probably haven't heard talked about enough. A female narcissist will compliment you, but in a way that keeps you dependent. You are such a good man. I don't know what I'd do without you. Sounds sweet, right? But it comes with a silent threat. Don't ever change. Don't grow. Don't set boundaries. Don't leave. Another guy messaged me recently and said, she would say I was the best man she'd ever known. But when I finally stood up for myself, she told me I'd changed and was becoming toxic. Here's the game. She praises the version of you that serves her and attacks the version of you that grows away from her control. That's not affirmation, that's a leash. The fifth thing to look out for when spotting a female narcissist is she triangulates you constantly. Now, this is a tactic narcissistic women use to mess with your head and erode your confidence. Triangulation is when she compares you to her ex, her male friends, a coworker who really listens, some fictional ideal of what a real man is, or at least he knows how to communicate, or my ex would have never said that to me. Honestly, my boss understands me better than you do. Why does she do this? To keep you feeling small, to keep you chasing her approval, to keep you fighting for a place in her twisted game. This isn't about admiration, it's about power. The sixth sign to look out for when you're spotting a female narc is, hey guys, quick interruption to the show because I want to ask you something. I have hundreds of men that DM me and tell me their situation and want to know if they are with a narcissistic woman. And maybe you have caught yourself thinking, how do I know if she's a narcissist or just has narcissistic traits? Or what if I'm the narcissist? I've spent the last several years hearing questions like this and stories from guys who wake up every morning doubting their own reality because her manipulation is so subtle. And that's why I sat down and wrote How to Spot a Female Narcissist. 9 ways to know for sure if she's a narc and what you can do about it. In it, I break down the exact tactics she uses, like love bombing, gaslighting, silent treatment, triangulation, and share real-life examples plus step-by-step exercises so you can see through her mask the moment it slips. If you are ready to move from confusion to clarity, grab your copy today. Hit the link in the description below or on my TikTok bio. Now back to the show. You are exhausted but can't explain why. And this might be the biggest red flag of all. You are constantly tired, mentally drained, but you can't point to one big blow up or event. That's because her abuse is death by 1,000 cuts. Little digs, subtle disrespect, inconsistent affection, sudden mood shifts. It's psychological whiplash. It leaves you bleeded but confused because you can't prove it. Let me say it clearly. If being with her costs you your peace every day, even if you can't explain it, that's a sign. You are not lazy, you are not broken, you are not weak. You are in a war zone with no exit signs. So, what now? Here's what I want you to take from today's episode. If you feel confused more than calm, it's not love. If you are always the one apologizing, it's not healthy. If her words don't match her actions, believe her actions. And most of all, you are not crazy for finally seeing it. You are finally sane. If today's episode made something click for you, brother, please do me a favor and share it. Send it to another man who needs clarity in this area. And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, make sure to subscribe to the Narc Free Man podcast and leave a rating and a review on those platforms. It helps me reach more men who need this message. And if you are watching this on YouTube for the visual version of this podcast, I also drop extra bonus clips every week. So make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. And if you are ready to stop wondering, is she really a narcissist? And start creating an exit plan, click the link in the show notes to get access to my course, Break Free and Rebuild. It's time to stop explaining yourself, stop shrinking, and start taking your life back.